What up, guys? Unicornoxtreme. So it's been quite a while since I've done a top 10 list. At least I think it's been a while. I finally decided to do this video. I've been wanting to do it for quite a while. So now I'm finally gonna get off my pajama whammas and actually get to recording this thing. So here we go. My top 10 favorite Bay battles of the Metal series. By the way, I'm not doing 0G battles because honestly, I don't think they live up to the other battles in the show. I mean, some were good battles and all, but some were pretty big letdowns, just saying. Number 10! Kenta versus Ryuga. This is a really good battle, mostly because I didn't really expect Kenta to do this good in the battle, because he's probably one of the weakest characters in the show. The battle was really good, and Kenta really gave it his best shot, but in the end, he got wasted by the Dragon Emperor. Yeah. I really like Kenta in this battle because we can see how far he's made it through the journey of being a side character and not feeling like he means anything. He just wants to prove to everyone that he can do things on his own and he can, all this other stuff. And I really like Kenta. I think they developed his character really good in the show. Number 9. Gingka versus Ryuga, round 1. Gingka and Ryuga have had a lot of battles in the past. Probably the best rivalry in the Metal series, but personally, the first time they met up, the first time they battled actually stands out to me the most. I don't know, I just didn't think like the final round, I didn't like it that much because we all know who's going to win in the end. The other ones are pretty good. I mean, but still, they didn't really meet the standards, I think, of the first time they clashed. So, there are some reasons why I like this battle. For one thing, it was the first time we saw Gingka really struggle with the battle. Like, from that point, we saw him, taking down his opponents pretty easily. But then, this Ryuga guy comes from, hibernation or something, and then he F's him up pretty hard. That was the first time we were introduced to Ryuga, which is a really fun character. I mean, back then, he was really like a psychotic little boy who he had the weirdest laugh, which makes me laugh, by the way. But then he matures and becomes a much cooler character. And we all know I don't like Gingka, but really, it's not because that Gingka lost in this battle. It's because there's some elements in here that I like. Well, the one thing that stands out to me in this battle is when Gingka gets really mad when Ryuga is making fun of his dad, who was supposedly dead, but later on we found out that he's actually alive. But at the time we didn't know that, and Gingka took it pretty hard. He turned, his whole body was turning red. Well, not really, an aura was of reddishness and something. This was the first time in the show where I actually thought Gingka was pretty cool. When he went all out, when he got super mad, I thought that was pretty cool. But in the end, Ryuga won. I really liked how Ryuga played Gingka throughout the entire battle, just to get him mad, just to get him aggravated and sad and stuff, just to boost up his own El Drago's power. Strategy! Number 8. Phoenix versus Doji. This is, I think, a really good battle. I think it gets overlooked. I don't know, I think Phoenix is a really cool character. Well, I mean, it's Gingka's dad, but Phoenix was his own character, at that time. So Doji clashes with Phoenix, of course. Burn Phoenix versus Dark Wolf was a really good battle. I really liked the animation and the thing with it's a really stretchy wolf. It can it's like Mr. Fantastic. I don't know what the hell's up with that. It was a one-sided battle because Doji was kind of effing up Phoenix, but then Phoenix had some help from Kenta. So in the end, Phoenix pulls through. It's definitely a must-see if you haven't seen it already. Number 7. Xiaochun versus Reggie. Now, I had to pick Kenta versus Reggie or Xiaochun versus Reggie, and to be honest, I like Xiaochun versus Reggie a lot more. I love that battle way more than the one against Kenta, because I don't know why, I just like Reggie in his prime. I like him in control. I think it's really cool to see him play with his opponents, and this is the prime example of that. We were first introduced to Reggie in this episode where the battle took place, and I really love the character. He was very mysterious. We didn't know anything about him. Xiaochun, he's a likable character, I guess. I don't know. I can't grow myself to like him that much. I was rooting for Reggie the whole time. At first, Xiaochun has it under control, but then the tables turn, and Reggie was pretty much in control at that point. I don't get it why, though, that people didn't take this battle You know, personally, because, you know, in the Kenta one, they're like, oh, why'd you do that? That wasn't right. He's just a little kid. I mean, he has feelings too. Why didn't you feel sorry for him? I mean, I don't get it. Number 6. Masamune versus Xiaochun, rounds 1 and 2. I couldn't pick which one I like, so it's tied. So Xiaochun I like him. He's a likable character. He's full of himself, but then he matures a little more. And Masamune, of course, we all know he's one of my favorite characters. He's pretty high on the list. The reason I like round 1, the first time they met, so much is because of the Great Wall of China. That was pretty cool. You know, it was a very mobile battle. I mean, we've seen it before, but this was a pretty fun one. In the end, though, Xiaochun won the first round between these guys, but then when they met up in the championships, it was a little different. So Xiaochun changed his Beyblade and stuff, and now he has new tricks and stuff, and that kind of caught Masamune off guard. But in the end, with the training of that old Yoda guy in the woods, probably a pedophile, who knows, who cares. With the help of him, Masamune was able to focus his point into one final attack and able to win with flying colors. Number 5. Julian versus Damien. This is a really cool battle. Honestly, this was a battle between 2 really cool Beyblades. I mean, I like them. Gravity Perseus and Hell Kerbex. They're both painted, like their wheels are painted and stuff, so Damien, of course, he seemed to have it under control the whole time, like he wasn't really panicking or anything. And I usually like those kind of battles, the introduction of people, the introduction of bladers, and we like to see what their personality is and, you know, what they're going to do and how powerful they are and stuff, and I like those battles. The thing I love about this battle so much is how Julian is all like, I'm the friggin' heir to the Clone Third family. Then he gets his face mauled off by that freaking big giant doggy thing with 3 heads. I really loved Damien's special move. I thought it was awesome. It was pretty graphic too. I don't know. It just seemed like, whoa, this is getting real. And honestly, at the end, it's probably one of my favorite moments in the Metal series is Julian's face. Like, his face is so contorted and stuff. It just, you could see that he's devastated and he wants to kill himself. It's kind of cruel, but at the same time, I really hate his character. Number 4. Tsubasa and Yu versus Benkei and Demore. I really love this battle because of Tsubasa. Mostly because of Tsubasa. It was kind of focused on him. So in this battle, Tsubasa lost control. He got really mad, angry, frustrated, pain, misery, emo-isms, whatever you want to call it. His dark power unleashed, and he killed everyone in his... Well, he didn't kill them. He just effed them up pretty hard. I really love seeing Yu in this battle. We rarely see him in Metal Masters because he's the substitute, and, you know, substitutes don't really do that much. Yu and Tsubasa probably are my favorite, one of my favorite duos of all time. Probably even my favorite. I really like the strategy in this battle because of Demore. You know, he has the brains of the group and the eye and the vision, so he can see the battle clearly and know what's Beyblade's weaknesses and stuff. It was pretty sweet. Number 3. Nyle versus Masamune. People might be all like, oh, why do you like this battle so much? I mean, Masamune loses. I mean, if my character loses or not, I guess that doesn't really matter as long as the battle is good. And this is a really great battle. Nyle, I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of like Nyle. I like his he's a pretty cool character. I just love at the conference, like, he's so chill, and Masamune just calling him out. It was pretty one-sided, but at the beginning, it wasn't really. We didn't know who was gonna win. It seemed like it was pretty equal. But in the end, Nyle pulled through with the special move, Mystic Zone, and Masamune couldn't handle it. Even though against friggin' Yu, he got through it pretty easily. I guess Nile's special move is better than Yu's. I don't know how it works. I mean, he learned from friggin', I don't know, Pedo Yoda. I mean, how do you lose when you friggin' learned from Pedo Yoda? That's just not possible. I'm pretty sure he's shaking his head right now. He probably died or something. How old is that guy anyway? The scene where I actually really like Gingka is when he supports Masamune. You know, he encourages him to keep going, and it works. I really love Gingka for that. He was he does have his moments. Gingka does have his moments. Number 2. Kyoya versus Ryuga. Great battle. It's timeless. I mean, I really wanted Kyoya to win this battle. It would have been a lot more unpredictable with him facing Gingka than with Ryuga, because we all know who's going to win with Ryuga. He's the bad guy. He's obviously going to lose in the end. I mean, it's a kid show. We all know what's going to happen. But Kyoya does hold his own. Even though he loses, he did go down with a fight. He didn't give up. This was a pretty brutal battle. It was pretty physical. That sounded really weird how I said that, but yeah, I think if you see the battle, you'll know what I mean. The number one battle of all time that I enjoy the most. Rhaego versus Ryuga. Now, there's a lot of battles of Ryuga in here, but, I mean, they're good battles. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The reason I like this so much is because of Ryuga's fighting spirit, I guess. It was really sad to see him, like, he's so powerful and stuff, and then he's just having a really tough time against his opponent. Rhaego, I really don't like his character. Well, I guess he's an alright villain. His design is pretty cool, but gosh, he's a douchebag. He friggin' kills Ryuga. Well, that's explained in 0G, so yeah. The animation in this was awesome. I was rooting for Ryuga the whole time, but it was really sad to see him go down, even though he put such a great effort in. And really though, it was really sad to see him, like his little cloak thing, his coat, I guess, his coat that's tied on his neck and stuff, like it freaking goes away, like it's torn up, like his entire clothes are getting torn up, and freaking Rhaego just standing there like, no problem. It's just really sad to see him like this, mostly because Ryuga, one of my favorite characters, I love him, top 3 at least. What are your top 10 favorite battles of the show? Comment below and let me know. So, I hope you enjoyed this top 10 list, and Mommy!